Hello everyone, welcome to Super Story Time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. When I moved into apartment 407, the building manager gave me a strange piece of advice. If you ever come home late at night, use the elevator on the left. I laughed. He didn't. The elevator on the right has problems. That was all he said. The building itself was ordinary. 8 floors, 40 apartments, nothing unusual. For almost a month, I forgot the conversation entirely. Then one night, I came home from work at 1:46 a.m. The left elevator was out of service. A yellow sign hung on the door, temporarily closed. Only the right elevator remained. For a second, I remembered the manager's warning. Then I stepped inside. The doors closed. I pressed 4. The elevator started moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it kept going. 5, 6, 7, 8. My stomach tightened. There was no 9th floor. The doors opened. A hallway stretched in front of me. The layout matched my own floor exactly. Same carpet, same apartment doors, same ceiling lights, except everything looked older. The wallpaper peeled from the walls. The lights flickered constantly. The air smelled like cigarette smoke and dust. Apartment 901. The numbers continued all the way to 912. Then the elevator doors closed behind me. I turned around. The elevator wasn't there anymore. Not closed. Gone. Only a blank wall remained. I stood frozen. Then I heard a television playing somewhere down the hallway. Old music. Audience laughter. A game show from decades ago. Suddenly a door opened. Apartment 908. An elderly woman stepped into the hallway. The moment she saw me, her face lost all color. "You took the wrong elevator." "What floor is this?" She ignored the question. "You need to leave. Now." Before I could respond, every apartment door in the hallway opened at the exact same moment. Click, 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 click. Dozens of doors, slowly opening. Men, women, children, standing silently inside their apartments, watching us. None of them moved. None of them blinked. The woman grabbed my arm. "Run!" She pulled me into apartment 908 and slammed the door shut. Instantly, the hallway became silent. For several seconds, neither of us spoke. Finally, I asked, "What is this place?" She looked toward the window. "The 9th floor. This building was supposed to have one." She handed me an old newspaper. The headline read, "Fire kills 27 in apartment complex tragedy." The top floor of the building caught fire during construction. 27 people died. The damage was so severe that developers removed the entire floor during reconstruction. Officially, the 9th floor never existed, but somehow, part of it remained. "People come here sometimes," she said quietly, "usually through the elevator. Most never leave." "How did you survive?" She smiled sadly. "I didn't." Before I could answer, someone knocked at the door. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Then a familiar voice, the building manager. "It's okay. You can come out now." I moved toward the door. The woman grabbed my arm. "That isn't him." Then another voice spoke. My mother, then my brother, then my best friend. Every person I knew. Calling my name from the hallway. The woman covered her ears. They learned quickly. Eventually, the voices stopped. Minutes later, she opened the door. The hallway was empty. At the far end stood the elevator. Waiting. The doors were open. I stepped inside. She stayed behind. "Aren't you coming?" "I missed my chance a long time ago." The doors closed. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. The elevator opened onto my normal hallway. Bright lights, clean walls. Everything looked normal again. The building manager stood beside the elevator. His face turned pale the moment he saw me. "You used the right elevator." I nodded. He looked genuinely frightened. Without another word, he walked away. The next morning I searched city records. The fire was real. 27 victims, including the elderly woman from apartment 908. She died in 1978, 48 years before I moved into the building. That should have been the end. It wasn't. For the next week, I barely slept. Then one night, at exactly 2:11 a.m., I heard the elevator arrive outside my apartment. Ding. Footsteps followed. Slow, measured, walking down the hallway, then stopping directly outside my door. 3 knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Then a voice. My voice. Open the door. Every muscle in my body locked. Again. Open the door. I got out. I slowly looked through the peephole. A man stood outside. Same height, same clothes, same face. Mine. He smiled. "You're still in there." I stumbled backward. Several minutes later, the footsteps disappeared. The next morning, a photograph lay outside my apartment door. The picture showed me standing inside the 9th floor elevator, looking terrified. The timestamp read 2:13 a.m., exactly when I had been standing behind my door, watching through the peephole. Someone had taken the photograph from the hallway, but according to security cameras, nobody had been there. That afternoon, I asked neighbors about the second elevator. Every single one gave the same answer. "What second elevator?" I laughed nervously. "The one on the right." There was silence. There isn't one. I checked the building blueprints. 1 elevator shaft, not 2. My blood ran cold, because I had used the right elevator dozens of times before. Hadn't I? That night, I waited in the lobby until 2 a.m. Then I saw it. The right elevator doors opened. No sound, no arrival bell, just silently opening. The building manager appeared behind me. "You saw it again. You knew?" He nodded. My father was the manager before me, and his father before him. Every generation loses someone to the 9th floor. I stared at him. Why not seal it? His expression changed. "We tried. Twice. What happened?" "The elevator always comes back." At 2:11 a.m., the doors opened again. Inside stood the elderly woman from apartment 908. She looked frightened. Closed the doors. Immediately, behind her, I saw movement. People standing inside the elevator, dozens of them, watching, waiting. The manager slammed the emergency stop button. The doors closed. The entire building shook. The lights went out. When power returned, the elevator was gone. The next morning, workers tore open the wall where the elevator had stood. There was nothing behind it, only concrete. No shaft, no cables, no machinery. Nothing. I moved out 3 weeks later. 6 months passed. Then one evening, I received a letter with no return address. Inside was a photograph, a hallway with peeling wallpaper, flickering lights. Apartment 908. Standing in the doorway was the old woman, smiling. Written on the back were 6 words. "The elevator still stops here." Below that, another sentence, one that still keeps me awake at night. "There's someone asking for you." If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to subscribe to Super Story Time for more terrifying stories every week. And remember, if an elevator takes you somewhere that shouldn't exist, don't be the last person to step inside.